up, comic fans? I am Connor Christensen with Adventures in Poor Taste, coming at you with 5 and 5 for the week of March 21st, 2018. I found 5 incredible titles for you guys to check out. Really excited. Before I dive in, remember to subscribe, rate, review, share with your friends, yell at me on Twitter, yell at me in the comments, tell me I'm right, tell me I'm wrong, whatever you want to do. Kicking off the list this week, we've got Carson's got an Interstellar Eye, #1 from DC's Young Animal imprint, headed by My Chemical Romance's Gerard Way. He's been killing it. The whole imprint's been killing it since they launched in 2015. Hot on the heels of Rebirth, making titles that are way weird, but totally awesome. A lot of really good books. Anyway, Carson has an Interstellar Eye, continues the story left off from Milk Wars, but it advances the plot a year in the future, where Carson has kind of gotten back to his cave ways. He's spelunking again, he's digging through holes, he's got a podcast, he's focusing on family life, but he's starting to get kind of bored with it all, and he wants adventure. Luckily, him and his daughter Chloe get pulled into a black hole that they don't realize is a black hole, which is kind of weird. How do you dive into a cave and think it's a cave and then be like, oh shit, that was a black hole? Anyway, I'm sure there's good reasoning behind it. It's written by longtime Carson writer John Rivera, who has been writing this since DC launched the series with the Young Animal imprint. He's been doing a fantastic job. He aided the storyline of Milk Wars, and he's going to be building on that in this issue. The art is by Michael Avon Oening. He's got an O and an E at the start of his name. It's hard to pronounce. Hopefully I got it right. Anyway, you might know him from Powers with Brian Michael Bendis. He's a great artist. He's got a very unique style. Should lend himself great to this series. Definitely pick it up. Another great hit from DC's Young Animal. Coming in at #4 this week from Boom Studios is Lucy Dreaming #1. It's written by current Moon Knight scribe Max Bemis, who you might also know from his time with the band Say Anything, who's currently touring actually. So the guy is touring with a fantastic pop punk band, and he's writing 2 comics at once. Lucy's Dreaming looks fantastic. It's got Bemis's classic characterization. It's about a young girl going through puberty, trying to figure out who she is. Total outcast. A lot of comic book fans are going to love this character because she's a lot like most of us comic fans. She's a bit of a social outcast. She spends more of her time fantasizing about mythical universes than grounded in the real world. She's bored with school. She doesn't really have any friends. And the only place she really feels at home is her English classes. Artist Michael Dialinas brings a total adolescent feel to this book with his zany, cartoonish, downright hilarious art. He totally captures the mind and the field of a child. And the way he blurs the line between reality and the dream worlds is fantastic. This story focuses on the titular character Lucy and how she gets through her mundane daily life through her super vivid dreams. The problem is her dreams are starting to become more and more real, where they're getting blended with reality, and she can't really tell what's real and what's not. Anyway, this should be an amazing character study about what it's like to be a kid in America and what it's like to be a total outcast who spends more time dreaming than actually living within the real world. Total coming of age tale. The preview pages were pretty goddamn funny. I'm super excited for this. It's a title that you might not think is worth your time, but I promise you should pick it up. All right, at #3, we've got Punk's Not Dead #2 from IDW's Black Crown imprint. This book is written by comic book newcomer David Barnett, who's more known for his journalistic writing and for his novels, but he is absolutely killing it on this series. Fans of punk music have to read this book. It's got so many little appearances in store from punk rock legends. I mean, one of the main characters is Sid Vicious from the Sex Pistols, and it's awesome. It's funny. It's a total, like Lucy Dreaming, it's a total coming of age tale. It's about a 15-year-old kid who's a total outcast, gets bullied at school, doesn't really fit in, and suddenly he meets the ghost of Sid Vicious and can't get rid of him. Sid Vicious kind of turns him into this totally punk rock piece of shit kid who fights and he swears and he starts smoking, all this punk rock shit. Anyway, eventually this mysterious United Kingdom government agency gets involved and takes some interest in young Fergie, the main character of the story. The second issue should continue the mystery of what they want with Fergie, and also should build on more characterization of Sid Vicious and what Sid Vicious wants out of Fergie. The art is delivered with intricate detail from Martin Simmons, who's most famous for his book Death Sentence. It blurs the ghostly story of Punk's Not Dead with this hyper-realistic art and this very lifelike art that makes you kind of forget that, hey, this is a total ghost story, and it's super creepy and weird and zany and very much a punk story. So you got to check it out. It's really cool. IDW's Black Crown imprint is off to a great start. Well, Matthew Rosenberg is at it again. He's #2 on our list this week after nabbing 2 spots last week. Tales of Suspense #103 comes out this week, and if you haven't been reading this series, you're a fucking idiot. This is one of Marvel's best books right now. Nobody really thought that Bucky Barnes and Clint Barton would be a great combo, but holy shit, it's hilarious. Their banters are great. It's like 2 bickering brothers going at it, issue after issue, except those 2 brothers are secret agents who know a shit ton about killing people. If you didn't like Secret Empire, this book kind of makes up for it. It brings back Black Widow, maybe. This is the second time in the series that Black Widow is supposedly back. You thought she was back at the end of the first issue. Turned out it was just a decoy. At the end of the last issue, spoiler alert, at the end of the last issue, once again, we see Black Widow's back. But is it Black Widow? I don't know. We'll find out in this issue. Either way, it should be another hilarious ride. The art's fantastic from Travel Foreman. Real name, great name. Definitely pick it up. You're going to laugh. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to find out a lot about Clint Barton and Bucky Barnes. Definitely read it. Matthew Rosenberg, top of his game, makes you laugh, makes you cry, makes you love Marvel Comics once again. And coming in at number 1 this week, we've got Mighty Thor number 705. Now, if you're one of the readers who was able to get past their hypermasculinity and deal with the fact that there was Lady Thor, you've been treated to one of Marvel's best series in years. Jane Foster took over as Thor, and a lot of people got really fucking mad about it, including my dad. Hey, Dad, you're an idiot for not liking this series. Love you. Anyway, Lady Thor is Jane Foster, but she's dying. And this series has dealt with the finale of death for a while now, that even if you're a god, you can't escape death. And this promises to be the final death of Lady Thor, which will probably set up the return of Odin's son as Thor and Marvel's fresh start relaunch, or whatever the fuck they're calling it now. God, I am sick of Marvel relaunches. Writer Jason Aaron has constructed an awesome Thor story, even if it's not Odin's son and it's Jane Foster. It's reinvented what Thor is about. It's reinvented really how you can tell a story in comics. It's heartfelt, it's grounded, and it's just a gut-wrenching story, and this should serve as a tear-busting finale. Definitely check it out. It's going to be huge for the Marvel Universe. Even if you hated this run, it's kind of a must-read. So just read it and get over the fact that it's a Lady Thor. It happens. Girls can be Thor. You know, just they're girls. They can do anything, like be Thor and shit. That wraps it up for this week. Make sure to head to your local comic shop, pick up these books, go to Midtown, go to Forbidden Planet, go to wherever you go to buy comics. Buy these books. They're going to be fantastic. And if I'm wrong, shout at me in the comments. Tell me why I'm wrong. Tell me that Lady Thor is an abomination to Marvel. And me and my fellow editors will politely disagree with you. As always, rate, subscribe, review, share with your friends, follow on Twitter, like us on Facebook. Check back on Wednesday for the reviews of all these books. See if we were right, see if we were wrong. I think I did pretty well last week. Most of my books were pretty highly regarded. First week didn't do as well. Doctor Strange Damnation, I thought was going to be great. Was okay at best. So hopefully this week I continue my trend of picking really good books. Either way, I'll catch you guys next week.